Hello everyone, Angel here with a TFTC update for you. This is just a quick intro segment really before letting the rest of this video run, but I just wanted to let you know that the rebalance update is proceeding at some pace. I'm well into the rebalance of all the existing campaign missions now, and also starting to tinker again with some of the remaining unfinished campaigns, so we're really starting to get there, I feel. However, as part of this new rebalance, it's also required a complete redesign of the tutorial missions, which is now completed. The first 4 missions are now fully implemented, and I'm going to showcase each one in separate videos, starting with this one. So today's training mission would be all about the rebalanced TIE Fighter. Your feedback and comments are welcome, and remember you can join in and help us test the rebalance and play this mission and the others yourselves by just joining our Discord. So sit back, have a watch, and fly safe. In this mission, you will learn the basics of the TIE Fighter. Topics will include basic movement, targeting, energy management, and combat. The TIE Fighter has 2 short-range, rapid-firing laser cannons, but lacks shields and has a fragile hull. However, in the right hands, it is still a deadly weapon. It is best used in groups of other TIE Fighters as a pack to overwhelm enemy targets by sheer numbers. Enemy targets will consist of simulated rebel craft with increasing difficulties as the mission progresses. You may also optionally engage more craft after you complete the required section of the training, if you so desire. Be sure to listen carefully to your instructor in flight in order to learn the various systems. If you want to skip this tutorial mission, please start the mission, then immediately quit once you're in the hangar. You can then press the skip mission button in the debriefing screen to continue forwards.
Welcome, pilots. Today we will begin your basic training, starting with the principal starfighter and backbone of the Imperial Navy, the TIE Fighter. If you are already familiar with this segment, feel free to simply exit this simulator mission and select the skip mission button in the debriefing screen. You will not suffer any penalty for doing so during training missions. First, let's familiarize you with your cockpit. In principle, most of the systems you'll be learning about are shared across many of the craft that you'll end up piloting. However, their locations and design may vary from cockpit to cockpit, depending on the craft you're flying. You may optionally turn off this cockpit and use the basic heads-up display or HUD at your leisure. Press the period key to disable the cockpit and press the D key to bring up the basic HUD. In the top left corner is your forward radar display. In the top right corner is your rear radar display. The bottom left and right panels are additional info displays. The central panel is your Combat Multiview Display, or CMD. This shows your current target, distance from you, its current orders, and health. The remaining displays show your current health, mission timer, warhead capacity, and countermeasure count. Finally, there are the energy bars, which show just how much energy is directed from your systems. We will look at each cockpit function in detail later, as needed. For now, let's get on with the actual flying part of this exercise. If you haven't already, bring your ship up to speed and start flying around to get a feel for the craft. You'll notice if you set your throttle to lower speeds, you are able to turn at a faster rate than if you were at 100% throttle. The sweet spot for maximum maneuverability is approximately 1/3 or 33% of the throttle speed, and this is true of any craft you will fly. This is useful for making tighter turns in combat situations where you need to chase targets or evade enemy fire. Get yourself used to the different turn rates at different speeds. Now let's turn to the weapon system. which of course means we're going to need something to shoot at. Several rebel craft have just jumped in and are now stationary. In order to target the nearest enemy fighter, press the R key. You can also cycle through all targets, enemy or otherwise, by pressing the T or Y keys. Additionally, some mission-critical targets can be selected with the O key, though we will cover this particular function in another exercise. Now, proceed to fly up to the enemy fighters and destroy them. The targeting reticule will turn green to indicate when you are in range and have a good shot. The TIE fighter has rapid-firing lasers which discharge your laser energy very quickly, so you'll need to increase the recharge rate of your laser system. Pressing the F9 key will allow you to adjust this system. So press this now to set your laser recharge rate to 3 pips and begin gaining some energy back. This will, however, lower your engine speed by a small percentage. Continue attacking the rebel craft. You will notice that some take more hits than others to kill. Starfighter craft have different abilities depending on their role. Bombers, for example, have strong shields and armor, as well as very powerful weapons, but are otherwise very slow and rather easy to kill. Excellent. You've destroyed the static targets. Let's try some moving targets. A new group of rebel fighters have arrived. These craft will be following a set path of waypoints, but will also be taking evasive action. Bring your ship up to speed and destroy the moving targets. Remember, you can match the speed of your current target by pressing the Enter key. Also, link your laser fire together by pressing the X key. Setting your laser recharge to the maximum of 4 pips will allow your laser energy to recharge at an even faster rate. Conversely, setting to 0 or just 1 pip will gradually discharge laser energy without firing. Remember that the more energy you put into your lasers, the less speed you'll have for engines. This of course means you are slower and more vulnerable. However, you can also get extra engine speed by redirecting all power away from charging lasers. This principle applies to all craft that you may fly. Well done. Now it's time to try something that shoots back at you. Another group of rebels are jumping in. This time they will actively engage you. Press R to target the nearest enemy, or you can press E to target the nearest craft attacking you directly and engage. When the enemy craft are close enough, they will open fire on you, causing your threat indicator array above your targeting reticule to light up with a green bar on the left-hand side. This specifically indicates that a starfighter is attacking you. Situational awareness is key in combat. Always check your targets and keep pressing the E key every now and then to see if you have any direct threats to yourself. With a craft as fragile as the TIE fighter, it only takes a moment's distraction or lack of awareness before you're very quickly killed from a shot you didn't expect. Well done, pilot. We have one final test left to do. A flight group of 4 Y-Wings has just jumped in. They are making an attack run on the training platform. Move to intercept. Bomber craft will launch torpedoes, although many starships and stations have their own automatic point defense abilities. These vary in effectiveness, so it may be required of you to intercept and destroy torpedo attacks directly. The TIE fighter, with its rapid-fire lasers, should do well in destroying them. Have a go at shooting down the torpedoes now. Don't worry if some get through though, these are just dummy torpedoes and will cause no damage to the station. Warheads are represented on the radar as flashing yellow-red dots. You can press the I key to cycle through any active hostile warheads on the field. You can try to break up the bomber formation directly by laying down suppressing fire on them. This can buy you time but comes at serious risk. Enemy bomber craft can sometimes break off their attack and start directly targeting you unexpectedly. Remember to keep periodically pressing the E key to target the nearest enemies attacking you when engaging formations of bombers, just to keep track of any unexpected threats. It's very easy to get blindsided without realizing it.
Excellent work, Alpha 1. Primary mission objectives completed.
Well done. You have now completed the basic training for the TIE fighter. You may exit the simulator now, or stay and engage some additional targets with increasing difficulty. Several containers have spawned in. Each one will spawn a set of craft at the specified difficulty. To begin, destroy the container of your choice to begin spawning in new craft. Bear in mind, if you destroy all the containers at the same time, you will face all the enemy threats at the same time as well. Oh dear, you're dead. But luckily this is just a simulator, so you will simply be popped back into a new craft. This allows you to continue the mission and to learn from your mistakes. In the real world though, you will have no such protections, and losing your craft will mean an instant failure to the mission, or worse, death.
Well done. You learn quickly and have clearly shown you are capable of engaging enemy craft in combat. An overview of this tutorial has also been sent to your email system, which you can view at the terminal in your personal quarters.